No, 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 no.
Stay savage, your boy Shino Mantra. What's poppin'? Today we are back, and guess what? We're gonna be talking about Boruto manga chapter 23. I know there's no English translation out right now. I know a lot of you guys are gonna be asking, hey Shino, how do you know about this? Well, look, I know a bit of Spanish and I know a little bit of French, you know what I'm saying? So I could go read and translate a few things. On top of that, if you go to the Reddit, there's some translation pages. But like for the most part, you know, once you read the translations and read what they're putting what, and then you look at the scenes, it kind of depicts and lets you know what it is yourself. So obviously what I'm about to be talking about is spoilers. I mean, if you look at the title, it's probably a spoiler too, and I do apologize, but at the same token, that manga chapter comes out today and I'm dropping this video today, so you know, I mean, yeah, I don't really care at this point. But anyways, it's like this. Boruto still is activating against Kashin Koji. I was completely wrong about Kashin Koji asking Boruto to join the Kara in this next recent chapter. Obviously, I thought this was going to be something that took place, but this is not something we're going to see anytime soon. Kashin Koji is apparently not going to ask Boruto to join the Kara, but however, he is going to give Boruto a grace period due to Boruto activating the seal that Momoshiki gave him. On top of that, we got a name. Now, the name is Karma, or like Kama or some shit like that. Essentially what it means is, in Hinduism, it's like the god who, you know, goes around and just like create love. It's the god that uses a bow and arrow and shit like that. I did a little bit of research, you know what I'm saying, not too much, because I don't really want to go into too much detail about that, but at the same token, it is something worth talking about, because now that we finally get information on it, you know, it's really worth seeing, and it's really worth us having, like, you know, stuff being put on the table. Now, in terms of us, in terms of what we know, right? Clearly, we know that Momoshiki gave Boruto this seal. Now, what makes it amazing, and like I literally had to think and like pause for a second. What makes this amazing is that Boruto honestly is going to be Momoshiki 2.0. Now, something that we did see that was kind of similar, that gives us awareness of how the seals work. If you guys look at the Sun and Moon seal from Naruto and Sasuke, clearly they had certain abilities that only, you know, the Sage of Six Paths could use, like the only stuff that Hagoromo could use. So obviously we're gonna see stuff that Momoshiki did that Boruto will be able to do. And one thing is for certain, you know, when Konohamaru was fighting against Kashin Koji and he slipped a toad on him and unleashed the flame jutsu on him, essentially like burning up Konohamaru's side, you know, clearly Konohamaru was in a lot of danger. He was in a lot of pain. He was suffering. My man was going through it. My man was really just fucking feeling it, you know what I'm saying? But we saw Boruto get upset. You saw Boruto get enraged, and when Boruto got upset, Boruto got enraged, he activated his seal. Now, one thing that I'm gonna say again, when you get this seal, you get the traits of the previous owner, or the person that had the power. So Boruto was able to absorb all of the fire jutsu that took over Konohamaru Sensei, essentially, that Kashin Koji dipped out on him. Now, when he does that, like, that puts it in your head like, okay, he's absorbing jutsu. You know, if you guys looked in the previous chapters, you saw there was a scientific ninja tool that Naruto was using to recreate what Momoshiki did. Now, obviously, I was talking about the scientific ninja tool would make Naruto broken, right? Now we have this kid who has the ability to absorb jutsu that he got from Momoshiki, but that's not it. That's just like the beginning. That's like the very smallest detail. Like, if you think about it, if he's absorbing jutsu, that means he can take the jutsu and redistribute it and amplify it. So if anything he takes in, he can put out at a greater amount. Now, if you guys don't know, Boruto does pass out due to him, you know, activating his seal. And a lot of people saying it's probably from exhaustion, because, you know, this was the first time activating it fully, and, you know, he didn't know what was going on. Plus, it was like a surge of power in his body. So yeah, think about it. He's getting a surge of power from his body and the seal. On top of that, he's young and he's never activated. On top of that, when he's absorbing this jutsu, when he's absorbing the flames that are going against Konohamaru, he's taking in more chakra. He's basically amassing more energy. Like, my man is basically a life-size battery. You know, the fucking energizers that you recharged as a kid and you put in your Game Boy? That's what Boruto essentially is right now. This man is literally packing the juice, he's packing power. So like it could have been like a little overload for him because you know his body's not used to taking in that much chakra and having that much power flowing through it at once. So obviously at some point or another we're gonna see Boruto redistribute this power. We're gonna see Boruto put his hand back out and then fucking just shoot a blast. Like if you guys remember when we saw Killer B and we saw Momoshiki, you know, obviously Killer B shot a motherfucking Tell Beast bomb, a Biju bomb at fucking Momoshiki. Momoshiki took that bitch and amplified it and redistributed that bitch at a greater scale. So we about to see Boruto doing shit like this. Like obviously everybody talks about how OP Boruto is, but like this literally makes it 10 times worse because we only had an idea, we only had the surface of what his abilities were. You know, obviously we still don't know anything about the Jogan outside of he can open up portals, it emanates lightning release when shit is going weird for Boruto. Clearly in this his eye didn't activate, but his mark did, his seal did, and it engulfed his whole entire arm. And it was something that was really grave and really important, because now that we starting to see the abilities that he have, a lot of people are gonna be looking after him and looking like trying to get his power. You know, obviously the members of Kara are gonna be after him, because Kashin Koji is gonna go back and be like, well, you know, this whole time we was under the impression that Naruto was the one that defeated Momoshiki, but in fact it wasn't him, it was his young son. And then when they think about it in that lighting, they're gonna be like, oh, his young son maybe can be swayed. You know, his young son is young, he's a child, he's still foolish, you know, so maybe not try to kill him, but you know, more so get him on our side, get him on our team, you know what I'm saying? And then like, you know, obviously like the Kara has like different intel, so they could have had moments where like people were spying on Boruto at some point or another, or like people in the village that knew Boruto and knew how he rebelled against his dad and shit like that, and they could use that to their advantage and shit. But clearly, you know, him getting his power just makes Boruto just so much more unique. You know, clearly, I just keep saying clearly because like I don't know what else to say. It's just like, dude, seeing him absorb that fire, seeing him redistribute it in the future was going to be something that's dope. Like, you know, obviously he didn't do it in this chapter because this was just the awakening. This was like the icing on the cake. You know, this was like the beginning, you know. Well, I wouldn't even say icing on the cake. This is like the batter, you know. We putting the eggs and we mixing and we mixing. We whipping this bitch like stir fry. Like, he's literally starting to get it, and once he get it, he's gonna marinate and marinate and marinate, and then eventually he's gonna be such a powerful character and such an amazing character that he's gonna be showing us so many different things that we have not seen in this series. Like, you obviously, you know, we seen Naruto and Sasuke use like the powers of Hagoromo Otsutsuki, and we seen the Sage of Six Packs, you know, being like replaced with these two, and essentially they were doing things that he was doing in terms of the ceiling and all that type of shit. You know, obviously Naruto had the Sage mode and he had the chakra orbs and shit like that, but we're getting a Otsutsuki that was quote unquote stronger than Hagoromo, if that makes sense. Like a pure Otsutsuki, because if you guys don't know the backstory behind Hagoromo and Hamura, they may be half human due to their fact that their mother came to Earth and she bewed and married a human man, and that basically let us know that was one of the reasons why she was forsaken. Because if you guys look at the recent anime, you know, obviously Momoshiki talks about how she came to Earth and, you know, she fell for a human, and then that's how the chakra and ninshu started and shit like that. So she fell for somebody over there and she repopulated the Earth. Well, I wouldn't say repopulated. She populated the Earth more so with, you know, her two kids, and then her two kids had fucking kids, and then her kids had kids, and then that's how like the ninjutsu and ninshu spread even further throughout the world. So like just seeing all this shit unfold in Boruto is really about to be amazing. Just to see Boruto activate these type of powers and activate his, you know, new seal and shit like that, that shit's amazing. I'm just really hyped. I'm just really excited for that. You know, obviously things are going to get better from this point on. Things are going to start going upward. You know, clearly, you know, Sasuke and Naruto about to get more intel about this because Konohamaru Sensei has to report back. You know, it's just about to be like, yo, hey, I'm trying to create what you are. That's what Katsuki is deadass gonna be saying. He's like, I'm trying to create what you are. How did you do it? Like, you literally absorbing, you know, like the fucking jutsu. Like, what the fuck, you know? And it's crazy because the whole episode, not whole episode, but the whole few chapters have been foreshadowing Boruto absorbing chakra. You know, essentially I thought they was gonna find a way to do it with the scientific ninja tools, and they was gonna get that ability to Naruto, and Naruto's gonna have like this extra arm that allowed him to absorb chakra and redistribute it. Because if you guys remember, Ao basically, you know, took the scientific ninja tool and he was using it against them, and they couldn't do anything about it because he kept absorbing chakra. He kept just stopping them from doing any fucking thing. Essentially, you know, obviously he wasn't able to redistribute at like a massive degree, because that's still like being worked on, that's still being tested, you know. Obviously that's why they went back and they went to the research lab. But now that we're seeing Boruto do it without any tech, you know what I'm saying, Boruto is just dead ass just out here absorbing shit. My nigga is just putting his hand up wherever the wind blows type shit, and he's just taking chakra in, you know. Clearly he's gonna get to the point where he can redistribute it. Once he's able to redistribute it, shit's gonna hit the fan. Shit's gonna get too critical. Shit's gonna get too real, too trill. It's gonna be ducking the field, clapping with the drill. You don't know, Boruto about to make everybody look a little like, dog. I am just too hyped right now. Obviously, it's probably early in the day, and a lot of people are like, yo, Shino, you uploading this early? Yes, I am. I obviously might have another video later on today, but for right now, Boruto is doing it. Boruto is taking the cake. I don't know how the manga chapter is really going to play out. I've read, like, you know, the synopsis, and I read the sequence of it. I know exactly what happens, but I don't know exactly what is said. Now, in terms of, you know, how shit starts to play out for Kashi and Koji and all them, you know, they get into their little squabble, but it doesn't really have in-depthness when you don't know the complete translations. Because like I said, I can read Spanish just briefly, only due to the fact that I took Spanish in high school, you know what I'm saying, and it ain't nothing that's like in-depth enough for me to know. I can only tell you what a few things mean. So with that being said, my name is Shino Bentro. Stay true and stay real. I hope you guys have a blessed day. If you guys have your own personal thoughts and personal opinions, make sure you leave those in the comment section below. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give the video a thumbs up, and let me know how you feel about Boruto being able to like suck in chakra, and do you think in the future he'll be able to redistribute it? But I mean, obviously he will, because if this is directly Momoshiki's power, you know, it's go time. And then if he can keep absorbing chakra, nobody can really fuck with him, because his chakra reserves would never run out. Like, as they get lower and somebody use a like a ninjutsu on him, he would just put his hand back out. Like, I'm sorry, I was supposed to be ending the video, but it just registered in my brain. Like, if Boruto's fighting against Kawaki in the future, right? Kawaki casts a fireball jutsu. He casts a lightning style jutsu. All Boruto gotta do is stick his hand out and absorb it. Now, obviously, everybody's trying to say Redistribute is the person Kawaki gets his seal from. We don't know. We can't confirm nor deny, because we're not aware of what's going on at this current time. But for right now, we do know Boruto get Momoshiki's seal, and with him having Momoshiki's seal, he can absorb chakra. So as long as he can absorb chakra, he can keep making himself stronger and stronger, and he can keep taking it up to the next level. But with that being said, finally, I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm gonna stop talking. Oh my god, I'm still in a state of shock. And like I said, if you guys enjoyed the video, you know, leave a thumbs up, and like I said, give me your comment, your personal thoughts and personal opinions. And with that being said, finally, stay true, stay real. I hope you guys have a blessed day, and until next time, see you guys later for another video. Bye, Z. Gang gang.